Okay, Chair Lavalley, thank you. We are now live.
All right, this is Dennis Lavalley. I'm chairman, and I welcome everybody to the July 13th meeting of the Architectural Review Board. As you can see, I am remote, so what we'll do is we will do the roll call, and then assuming we've got a quorum and whatever, I intend to pass the gavel so that someone who's there, and I'm assuming our vice chair is there, but would then proceed to run the meeting. So I understand we also need to welcome Katie Pepperdine, so we appreciate that, and turn that over to you if you would to call the roll.
All right, Chair Lavalley,
Here.
Vice Chair Jones. Here. Secretary Ritter. Member Parsons.
Here.
Council Liaison Clark.
Here.
Commission Liaison Cohn.
Here.
Member Loja. Alternate Ratterman. Alternate Welker. And alternate Bartlesmeyer.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We have a quorum.
Okay, and it appears that we have one of our regular members, Ritter, who is not here, and one alternate, Bartlesmeyer. Am I correct on that?
Correct.
So if we would move Alex Bartlesmeyer up to the voting position since he's an alternate. And then I will pass the gavel on to Vice Chair Jones to run the rest of the meeting, if you would, please.
Okay. We're going to call for a motion to approve the minute. And you. Are there any corrections to the minute? Anyone? Okay. So approve the minute. Voice vote, sorry. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. These minutes are approved as written. Next, we're gonna review the agenda items tonight. It looks like we don't have any old business. Do we have any public comment that we need to address? Okay, and then we just have one item of new business. So do we just want to move on to new business? Right. So Compass Design Build 17029 Manchester Road. An initial review of plans and related items for new single family residence located within center. Keith is going to give us an introduction.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. As noted, our first case this evening does consider an initial review of plans for a single family dwelling within our town center, within the neighborhood edge district of the town center regulating plan, and in the R4 7,500 square foot residence district, which is located in Ward 8. On the screen is a map of the overall area. This is our historic Grover area. The property does front Manchester Road, which is our historic Route 66 corridor. I always have to make that plug. The subject property in question is 7 acres in size after a lot consolidation that was approved last month by City Council. And as noted, the applicant is proposing to build a new single family dwelling on this lot. To the west and to the north is also R4 zoning, which is a zoning district tailored towards smaller lot development. So we have the Main Street Crossing subdivision to the north, and we have the Old Grover Estates subdivision to the west. To the east and to the south of the property is non-urban residence district, with a bit of a mismatch of lot sizes and some older homes. The project has been reviewed by the department and comments have been sent to the applicant. We have advised the applicant that any stacks, vents, or other roof penetrations do need to be painted to match the shingle color of the roof. The applicant has agreed. Tonight, we are requesting that this board approve with or without conditions, deny or continue this application. And my understanding is the project architect, the builder, and the homeowners are here this evening to present and answer your questions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pete Utrecht and I'm with Compass Design Build. I reside in Wildwood at 930 Overwood Lane. We are presenting a new home for the Stewart family. And this is about a 3,800 square foot, 2-story farmhouse style home. I don't have the ability. Oh, I do. This? Got it. Okay, great. Okay. As Robin had mentioned, these are 2 parcels that we are combining into one 7-acre piece. This is the site plan, and the house will be, we kind of sited the house in the center of the widest portion there, fronting with a driveway fronting Manchester Road. So the only clearing would be just for that of the house and driveway itself. Well, close up of the site plan. Those landscape plan. The lot is heavily wooded, so this is just decorative plantings. Subject property is the top 2 pictures standing on the south side of Manchester looking north. Bottom left is the house that's directly to the west, which is actually the first house in Grover Ridge. Middle picture is the house directly across the street. And then, of course, the house on the right. So the house was designed really to fit the lot. The lot is long and narrow, and we did something similar with the floor plan of the home, especially since we wanted that farmhouse style. So we have a wraparound porch that wraps 3 sides of the front of that home. Tuck the garage in the back left corner. The second floor plan. So this is the front elevation. We have wraparound porch facing south, east, and west. The exterior materials that are noted, we have all James Hardie fiber cement siding. It'll be a board and batten style. The soffits and fascia are also fiber cement, James Hardie. All the siding will be white. The windows are white. Gutters and downspouts are white aluminum. The masonry is Avaz stone. It's architectural shingle, Reson shake, and then we have metal roof that is taupe color. So I have the actual samples here. Stones at the columns. Fire. The roof just on top of.
If you could move to the microphone as you are commenting, please.
The metal roof is just at the area of the covered porch. We have left east and west elevations. Perspectives, just to get a little better idea. And the actual samples. Any questions? Yes,
Just a couple, sewer or septic?
sewer, MSD.
Okay. And are there any easements that you've discovered as yet and have addressed with the proposed construction?
So there are no easements on this property. There are easements between several lots in Grover Ridge. We're not using any of those for utilities. MSD, we need to bring the sewer to the front, and the same thing with Missouri American Water.
Okay, and that's kind of a long trek down that driveway there for taking the new Republic waste cans. So they're gonna be taking them all the way down there and then bringing them back when they're emptied, I guess, because I don't think Republic will come up to the house.
I doubt it, yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Subdivision I live in off Orville, we have a big trash dumpster. That's all we get. We can't even get them to come down our street.
We're hoping for a new change.
Yeah.
One
I'm
August.
not complaining.
Just a simple question with your sanitary sewer hookup. Will that be gravity fed?
It will be gravity fed, yes.
So you don't need a low pressure grinder pump or anything of
Correct.
that nature. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Yes, I just had a question, maybe directed to Department Four. I looked through the code and I didn't see any restrictions on metal roofs or different kinds of roof, single structure. Is there any restriction on that? And on substrate of materials that are used?
No, this meets the zoning regulations.
Thank you.
Madam Chairman.
This is not an architectural review. Just note. I noticed that you have ash trees that you're going to plant. This is an area, quite dense ash trees around this area. So I checked before you planted them that area has been treated with the emerald ash.
That's a really great point. Baxter Gardens will be doing the landscaping. They'll certainly take that to note for sure.
Did you have your hand raised?
Yeah, I have a question when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Okay, two questions. One, I was just curious, looking at A2 and A3 of your charts, the dining. So is that essentially a two-story dining living area? Or I was trying to determine what it looked like was on that second floor.
So there's that living. That is 2 stories. So if you look at those elevations on the left side of this page, we'll have timber trusses up in that vaulted ceiling. And that is 2-story, correct?
Okay, I thought maybe, but I couldn't tell for sure. And the print on my copy is kind of small to be able to read. And I was just trying to interpret that. The other question I just had, and I realize it's only been recently since this was approved. It was approved by the council on June 12th, but I noticed that it needs that the approval from the for the record is good for 120 days, or it will be null and void. I'm just wondering if this has now been recorded with the boundary adjustment in the office of St. Louis County.
It has not, and we actually have not received, so hearing tonight that we have approval is news to us. So we have not received that official word from Altea or our civil CDI, our civil design. I think maybe they went through a first approval. There might be a second reading. I'm not quite sure about that.
Yeah, no, what I have is what was put in our packet was that the bill was passed and approved on the 12th of June and signed by, the presiding officer and the mayor and whatever. So as of June 12th, you have 120 days. So that's why I was just curious. I mean, I assume you're going through that process, but it needs to be recorded for the boundary adjustment plat in the office of St. Louis County Recorder of Deeds.
Correct. So my first call tomorrow morning is going to be to Altea because they have not notified us yet.
Okay. That's all I have for questions. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah,
Oh,
staff doesn't have any.
I do have one other question, if I may. I just realized, the other question is above the looks like above the kitchen, you have a loft. So I'm assuming that loft is all accessible from the stairway that comes up. Is that it? Is it an open loft that overlooks over the trusses, the open area? I'm just curious about the loft.
Yep, that's exactly right. So that staircase leads up to the second floor. That loft area is right over the kitchen and overlooks that two-story vaulted space at the living room. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Make a motion.
Sorry. Yes, they'll need either approval with conditions, or it can be denied. But yes, we're looking for a vote tonight.
I'll second.
All in favor?
I cannot hear
Okay.
if it was a motion,
Yes, there was a motion and then there was a second.
and the
And
motion is
we
to approve it.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Good to go.
Do we get invites to the open house?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Okay, are there any other item? Okay, the next meeting date is Thursday, August 10th, if needed. Motion to adjourn. Okay, second. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Great, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you.